Hey, hello, hello, good voices around here. How are you today? How are you today? It's Sunday, it's a weekend, it's winter vibes and winter relaxation. No? So, hello, in this episode of our podcast, Why You Do What You Do. And today we have a special guest. Just let me brought her, bring her here. Oh my God, Juanita, you are looking, you are watching. Yes. Hello, Dylan. Wow. Thank you, cause you are here. And Juanita, come on, come on. So, Juanita is an exceptional woman. She is a true believer, and she is the owner of her own podcast, reminded and renewed godly podcast that she holds um, very, very constantly, and it's wonderful. So I'm waiting for the tech to do its job to bring you along. Make sure, Juanita, you are on mobile because only in mobile this option is available. I don't know why, don't ask me, but only in mobile is working. So, uh, what else? Konita is a member of our family. Oh, why it doesn't work? Yes, come on. If it's not working this time either, you send me an invitation to join this live. Maybe that will do. I don't know why it's not working now. Let's hope uh, that it will be okay. Hey,
Yay! Good morning. How
hello.
are you?
Good morning.
Oh
Good
my
morning,
goodness.
Connie.
How are you?
Yeah, good. I'm good, girl. You are in nature as well as I. Wow, that is fantastic.
Yes, definitely. The walk was necessary. To clear your mind and just kind of reconnect. So yeah.
Yes, of course, I understand it completely because here I recharge myself every day. So
Yes.
I'm I'm with you.
Exactly.
So how are you? Is morning in your town now, in your part of
Yes.
the world? You
Yes, it
have a
is.
you have a scheduled day today, a busy one, even though it's
Uh
Sunday.
yeah, there's necessary rest and then there's like, what you got to do, you got to get done. And so today's a mixture of both, but it's good. It'll be a good day still.
Of course, every day is a good day to be alive.
Yes.
No? Yeah.
That is true. Yeah.
Okay, so are
Exactly.
you ready to rock and roll?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay. Okay, good. So let's start with the first question. Tell us who are you and how are you helping your world to be enlightened? How you
Okay.
help life?
Yeah. Okay, so who am I and what do I do? Basically, how do I help my world? Is that correct? Okay.
Yeah.
So my name is Quanita Deloach and I am pretty much still trying to figure out what to call it, but it's pretty much just transformational coaching, spiritual and mental connection, where you're breaking down those concepts, being able to relate, and have a safe environment to talk to someone, and then also to relate that. And then also we have the Godly podcast, where it's kind of just like ministry. For sure, we're definitely working on building that up and calling it the Rising Ministry in 2022. It's definitely been very impactful. We just watched our stats and we got our first listen this year in the Philippines and then also in Germany. So when you do something consistently, even if you don't know how it's going to turn out, God knows what he's doing. So just be faithful to the work and he'll work you do the faith part and he'll do the rest. um, and then how have I impacted my community? So the podcast during the pandemic, we started trying to figure out how to relate to everyone, and the winter in Texas really kind of got outrageous. So we started thinking about a strategy to help people also bring them back to being renewed and reminded, but also having something tangible. So we started making homemade candles and soaps. And so now that's one thing that we do. We have a couple booths and vendors set up for this year, 2022, to go out and be in the community and share the word and, let them know who we are. And then we also finished up doing like a life plan with some other coaches that are on our group now. And pretty much what we do is help create financial plans. So we're trying to serve everybody in almost in every way possible, leaving them renewed and reminded so that they have some kind of stability and, that freshness of knowing like, okay, I know I had this, but it's going to be better after I get done with this.
Wow. Oh, just wow. How many activities just uh, for the sake of activities that are renewed because they are renewed for you. You
Yes.
are renewed in them.
Exactly. Yeah, this month alone we have four. The week of renewal, the week of release. There's a couple podcasts coming out that talk directly about finishing the year strong. Don't let your thoughts hinder you. Kind of just speaking to that inner self because sometimes it's very much loud. Um, Even though our self conscious is seeming that it's simmer down, our conscious itself is always wrestling with something that we have not or we feel like we should or you have to really establish that peace and tell it to be quiet.
Yes, I really loved when you said that you by what you are doing, you are trying to to speak or to voice out with that inner self because that is the quiet one.
Yes.
I so love that. And yeah, because it's true, it's very true. I mean, we are so loudly here inside our heads, but
Mhm.
in our heart, we are so little, so
Mhm.
small.
Yes,
And
exactly.
what I think of the line right now, you can post in the comment we are finishing this. You can post all your SM account or your magazine account
Okay.
for that candle and shop. And what do you have? Maybe people will be interested. Why not? Because now it's winter and people are willing and most wanting to help and to buy and to give. Oh my God, it's the season of magic. So why not? I think it's
Yes.
a very good idea.
Okay, definitely. I will plug that in down here at the bottom. I know that we're going to do there's a few of us back cuz right now I'm in Georgia, but when I get back to Texas, we're getting ready to do an event called Something to be Thankful for. And just kind of highlight, everything that's been going on, especially with the pandemic being almost if not already 2 years. It's been a minute to be reminded what to be thankful for. And so it's kind of just like a family workshop. You come in and you kind of grab your little note card and you write what you're thankful for. And everyone kind of just has that moment of just like, it's been bad, but I'm still here. So I'm going to keep going, So looking
I'm
forward
not
to that.
going. Well, yeah, wonderful. I will keep
Yes.
going. Lovely. I love your spirit. You are so straightforward and straight to the point, and I always make it, and I'll never give up. Give up, like you said now.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
hello, Josephine. We have a spectator. No, this is Romanian. We have an attendee. So, hello, Josephine. Thank you because you are watching with us and supporting us.
Yes. Thank
Now,
you. Thank you.
uh, the second question is the biggest one because this is the topic. Why are you doing what you are doing currently?
Yes, that is the main topic. And it really comes down to looking in the mirror. There was a point in time where I could not figure out how to connect. And so instead of being mad because you lack those things, you could either become them or live your whole life insufficiently and want them. So, pretty much why I do what I do is because one, definitely God has told me this is what I have to do. Because if you don't do what you're called to do, you'll always feel like you're doing something, but it's nothing. It's
Yeah.
something missing. So like when I worked at Papa Murphy's when I was 16 years old, I'm like, hey, there's more than this. Like I got it. I got the pizza. I can put it in the oven or whatever. You know, you can wrap the pizza. What else is there to do? This is too easy. Um, so coming out to really find my full potential, you know, I started seeking, I guess, really kind of like affirmations. And the only thing that really fit was when I was speaking to somebody. And I said, okay, well, I don't mind speaking to anybody. It's just that I want to be able to talk to them about purposeful things. And those conversations are pretty deep. And so when you have that conversation with someone, it's either you are able to trust them or you'll take their advice and be like, look, I'm not listening to you. It was good though. It was good talking to you, but no thanks. And so that's kind of where I was. I was like, okay, well, what do I do? Because I am receiving a lot of information, but I'm not doing anything with it. So I sat down. I started serving in 2017 when I got into the military, and I had to start really thinking and rethinking a lot of stuff. And as I was in that program and training and basic and AIT, and then I went to my first duty station, I realized one, God has covered me because there was no way I was going to be able to do that without him. Secondly, I needed to stop playing because every person that did not know me, you know, because soldiers come from all around the world, I was that beacon of advice. That was my confirmation of saying, hey, this is really what you are supposed to do. People were coming from, you know, just, hey, I'm in this company, but I want to talk to you about this. And I'm like, okay, well, what's going on? You know, and being able to give them godly counsel without being so like stressed out myself. We're all stressed out in that moment. You got people yelling at you and everything, but I was able to be mellow. Um, and so after coming out of that and coming back, I realized like, wow, okay, I've got to get back into ministry. So I got back into ministry, small things, just doing daily devotionals, kind of like secretive to myself and to the Lord. And sometimes that's how you have to start. You have to start with baby steps in a private place to go public. And so everything that you feel and see from me, I've started a long time ago. Like when I was, man, I think I was like 16, 17. I wrote out that, you know, one day I'll be able to speak to millions of people, encouraging them. But when I wrote that, I was not intentionally writing it to be like, oh, yeah, this is going to happen. I was writing it because somebody told me if you want to do something, write it down. And that's your confirmation. I still have that paper. And the day is coming very soon. I don't know when, you know, but yeah, so small steps like that is why I do what I do because somebody else was like me. Somebody else went to foster care. Somebody else's mom was a drug addict. Somebody else doesn't know how to work through their spiritual connection to feel like they're accepted. Somebody doesn't know how to bounce back after so many things have happened to you. You've been the reason they happened to you because you're scared, you know. And so I just decided to be that voice, you know. The podcast itself is a testimony because the year of it beginning, we started I started thinking I was supposed to speak, but I got afraid because I just didn't feel like I didn't have a voice at that time. I was serving in the military. You're going so hard. You do not have time to do anything but get up and get a uniform and go. And so the thought of alone was just stressful. But then I ended up being pregnant. And I said, oh, you know, this is great. I'll be able to mellow down. And then we had a miscarriage. And I said, oh, great. Now I'm just working too hard in the military. I lost my child, you know, and my brain just kind of started going everywhere. And I said, you know what? I have to be okay with both, God, but can you prepare me for both? And that was a prayer I prayed almost, I feel like maybe a year before. And I didn't know that was going to happen. And so when everything happened and I went in and everything, me and my husband, we heard about it. And the doctor said, you know, hey, blah, blah. And we're like, okay. For some reason, there was a really calm sense of peace that said, it's like, this is the time now. Like, you have understood all of this pain, and if you be quiet, then you'll hurt yourself. So speak. And so the first episode actually was me during that whole process of saying, I can't give up here. I want to, but I just can't.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is incredible testimonial and incredible story. You you are living because you are living it now.
Yes.
Incredible. And 3 point I got from your answer to your why. So your why is to be able to look yourself in the mirror. Your why is because God, the higher spirit, or whatever everybody wants to call it, is
Mm-hmm.
calling you. And third, you find your why in your baby steps when you are
Yes.
taking action, and that is wow. I mean, literally,
Mhm.
literally is very true. And yes, I think in baby steps, in things very small that we are bringing forth, that is where
Yes.
our heart lies.
Yeah. And even to bring that into full manifestation, me and my husband, we have a son. And so seeing him, he's 6 now, but seeing him when he was
Oh,
younger,
that's nice.
it's like, okay, wait a minute. I'm not where I was. He's not where I was when I was that young. But if I never figure out how to truly help him, dissect those mental fights, then he will be like how, those quiet, like, oh, I'm good, but you're not good. Like I was like, oh, wait a minute. So this is definitely some fire to my fuel. And my husband's an awesome man of God. And so I would not be able to speak like this and do that without the type of confirmation and just to be on one accord with him because, when you're married, you are one. And to have your child, you want to collectively make the best of that situation, regardless of anything that comes against you. Because if you fold with whatever's coming against you, then can you really stand? What are you standing on? Because you're not supposed to fall, or you can. If you do, you have to have the mindset to get back up because it's got to be in you to keep going. So somebody's always looking at you. There's somebody that you don't know who's listening to you. There's somebody who really is inspired by what you have done, even if it's a little bit. Somebody is like, I can't believe I couldn't do that. For somebody else it's so easy. So every blessing, there will be a burden, but your burden has the blessing in it.
Yes, and I love how you wrapped it and how you said it, because I always say that no matter what you are speaking about, just speak, because your words, you don't have a clue how much or where will
Exactly.
there be, someone to resonate with that single word. An example, very, very little. I had a live back then here in the group where I said just go live.
Mhm.
No, it was not a context of story or something very pretty,
Mhm.
but that go live stuck in someone's head. And I didn't have a clue because I never prepare for it. I never
Yeah.
manage a speech whatsoever. So
Mhm.
no matter a single word, a baby word
Yep. Mhm.
can
Even if
go
you
very
mess
far.
up, yeah. Even if you mess up, those are the best ones because somebody else will be like,
Yes.
"Oh my goodness, this is great." You be like, "This was my mistake."
Yeah. Yeah, I totally get it here. That is the prettiest in the
Mhm.
humanity, because
Mhm.
in there we relate because oh my god, she has done a mistake, so I'm not the only one who falls
No.
down.
No.
uh,
Yeah.
all of us, we are falling and now we are rising again and again and
Exactly.
again. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
the third question, I think it's a bit funny, but I love it. What do you think, or what uh, do people tell you that your most funny and valuable talent is?
My most funny or valuable talent, I guess it would be definitely not any of my professionalism stuff that I do. I think it's just being like funny but sarcastic. Or just really, I'm really bad with remembering the words of songs, like so bad. I will blend two songs together and just be ready to like tell you everything. Like you're wrong, this is not, and then I'll be like completely wrong, girl. I would be
I
all the way
totally,
wrong.
I totally resonate here. Yes, I uh,
Hmm.
I forget the names of the songs, but I mix them, and oh my god, I don't have a voice at all, but I mix them, I sing them, I dance to them.
Me
I'm
too.
crazy.
No, yeah, me too. Yeah, I'll be cracking up. Me and my sister, she has this really funny story from when we were younger, and I just knew I was right. And then she's like, "Wait, did you just say that? Like that's backwards." I was like, "Okay, well, I'm just go ahead and wash the dishes or something, cause I try to avoid it." She was like, "No."
Yeah, our baby memories can take tricks. But that I think from there all the good stories uh, are rising.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm not very accurate in the reality, I think the best story come from there.
Yeah, it's the small seeds. You're supposed to have the faith of the size of a mustard seed, but it's also those small seeds. How you can greet someone and say, "Have a good day." You don't know what they're going through, but because you smiled and held the door, they feel a little bit better. You don't know how they had a different way of approaching their day or rushed and forgot something, and so it's always it's good to be aware of that, to know you can simply do something so small to impact something, and
Yes,
and it's just by smiling, even if you're going through something, smiling. And sometimes it's not easy. Trust me, I know. I'd be like, but if I think about it, then it's like, which energy which one am I applying something else that I don't want? Yes. Because now I'm looking one way. People know, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Now you have to explain yourself if you do that. If not, then you're harassed by, you don't want to answer that question up there. Now you're like, oh, great. So now you have to get it right. So it's best to just be honest and to be kind, because there's so much that people are going through. You just don't know.
yeah. To be kind, I think we all got that talent in us because it is a talent. And actually, 2 hours ago, I stumbled across on Facebook a quote in Romanian. It is, but I want to translate it now because it's so relatable now. It's from Seneca. Was saying that wherever it is humans, there
Hmm.
lies an opportunity for kindness.
Oh, see, even quotes like that. That's like, wait, what is it?
Yes,
Oh.
and I find it so true and
Hmm.
so powerful because that gives us hope that
Yes.
everybody is kind in his heart, in his soul.
Yeah, just be
That is true.
watchful. Yeah, be mindful of people. Some people aren't, and even with those, the best way to kill them is with kindness. Come on, you'd be like, I didn't do
Yeah.
anything to you, but all right, have a blessed day. Why you treating me nice to me? Because I'm a nice person. That's why.
And because you are nice too, but you are too busy to see it.
hmm Whatever their reason is, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So, wow, that was incredible podcast. I really enjoyed this conversation with you. I uh, I kept some ideas. I will point it down because I will watch the replay, and
Okay.
it's something really valuable here. Like your why, like I said earlier, your why is the person you are watching in the mirror. I
Mm.
adore that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. It's been a pleasure to be on here with you. And then, I know we did the seminar together, I think right out of July, the end of July. And so, um, yeah, that necessariness to really look at you. Sometimes you can get down on yourself to say, oh, I didn't finish this or this and that. But if you can get down on yourself and still get back up, well, then you like, hey, I need to tell somebody because it ain't that bad. You fell? Let me help you, because I've done it too, but when I get back in the mirror, I have to look at who I see continuously, not who everybody else sees. If I'm okay, then I'm
Uh,
okay.
and may I ask now, who do you see in the mirror when you are helping people
Oh my
with
goodness.
your wife?
I would be honest with you. I'm still looking in the mirror because it's an ongoing process. And so right now
Yeah.
I think I'm seeing just a really bright vision of myself. I don't see all, but I do see that, I am becoming what I used to say was impossible. And so it's not there yet. But yeah, once I keep looking and keep trying, there's days where you have to clean up and sharpen them eyebrows, right? Or whatever you have to do. But definitely in this new year, there'll definitely be a new look and a new sound from us and all the things that we're trying to do to it's not for everybody. It's for those who need it. And that's why you have your audience, because there's definitely people that God has sent just for you to help. Because he said, I called every person to do their own work. So I can't do everything. That's why I said I have a team now because everybody helps me versus me thinking about everything and trying to do everything. Well, that's just insanity. You can't do that.
Yeah. Nobody can do it alone. Nobody. I
Mm-mm.
mean, nobody. We all have our ups, our downs. We all want to sleep. We all want to, and we
If we
need
be
to
honest,
some.
yeah, if we be all honest, yeah. Everybody hides in the
Yeah,
bathroom because something's going on. Like, wait a minute, let me just sit in here for a second. Let me get
yeah,
myself
totally.
together.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
you are about right. Uh, so thank you. It was
Yes.
very enlightening. This. Um, we will upload this on YouTube as well in a couple of days. If you
Okay.
want to rewatch it. And please put your details in the comments. Maybe people
Okay.
will be interesting. And
Okay.
I like it. Well, it's not like you said it, but that this is my understanding. You attract with your energy. You attract your people with your energy,
With my energy.
with your
Yeah.
story.
Mhm. Yeah, I would agree. I think the biggest thing is I would say the way people attract to me if they I don't even know if that's the right word I would use. I don't know. Um it's really just the transparency. Like I'm not afraid to tell you the truth. Like I've came from a really rough background and my like I said my mother did have an addiction and there was times that my childhood was so rough. Instead of hiding that and just putting on a suit and saying I'm a coach, actually I don't even want to put that on. I'll put it on if I need to. I'll just wear my sweats and say, "Look, life is hard, but it's the small things. Like every day after that, you know, I had to tell myself I'm gonna be okay. Even though you don't look, there's no way you're looking at a child saying it's gonna be okay. I don't know what that voice was. I just kept saying it's gonna be okay, and so here I am. You know, years later, I don't want to say my age because I look so young, but years later, I mean, nothing but the grace of God. I think that's just the transparency and authenticness to just really be real. And if it is energy, it's not mine. It's definitely God's. Because I still, like I said in the recording of the podcast, a lot of the listeners will relate to me being in the closet because I started there. I always started recording in the closet in the corner where I prayed at, and so when I have a really good moment and I go and record there, I always reflect on how that little voice now is in Germany or is in just so many places. I think the last place it said was the Philippines, and I'm like, I have not even traveled outside the United States, but what his message is for me to say has. So it's not even about me.
Yeah. I think pretty much of what are we saying, every one of us, is not relatable to us because we need to give that message further. I don't know who. It doesn't matter for me,
Exactly.
but
Mhm.
somewhere it will
Yeah,
be.
somebody needs it. Yep. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Don't know where yet,
yeah,
but um like you said when you first started doing these recordings, I'm pretty sure it was like there wasn't there was no type of tangible thing like looking at a comment or having somebody say, "Hey, good job," or but as you kept going, someone was like, "Hey, let me just keep looking because maybe maybe this." And then it's like, "You know what? Who am I doing this for? I'm not seeking for people. I'm seeking for myself. I'm executed."
you got very short here. I didn't understand. It was
Oh, can you
dark.
hear me? Let me back
Yes,
up.
now I can see it.
Oh no, okay. I was just saying pretty much
Okay, do you hear me?
that yeah, I can hear you. I guess maybe it's echoing to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm walking too far. But yeah, everything works for our good. Those that love the
Of
Lord,
course,
everything works for our good.
of course. And I so appreciate you because you are so faithful. Yeah, you bring uh, your God, because every person has a personal God. Uh,
Mm.
you have God, I have God, the Rabbian have Allah, and so on and so forth. So every person has his God, his energy, or
Right.
his universe, something to give on. And this is very admirable because not so many are so courageous to talk about this. And
Oh yeah,
I
the
applaud
Almighty
you.
God. The Almighty God. Yeah, it's like a, where did the breath of life come from? And so when you figure that out in research, you start to be thankful.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
totally.
thankful to be here. To seen so many people and even young people die so young. It's like, thank you. I'm here for a
Thank you for
purpose.
them.
Let me get this right.
Yeah, yeah, I got you. I understand that. So thank you very much for this wonderful conversation. Our time is almost up, and you have a full day of activities. So I will let you do your things,
Thank you,
and
thank
we
you.
will chat up. Chat up. Yes, yeah,
Yes, we will chat.
yeah. We'll chat. Sorry, my English. I don't know.
No,
Now
it's
I think
fine.
it's frozen outside.
Yeah. You're
Okay.
doing great
So
because you probably know multiple things. So, girl, don't let that stumbling get to you. That's just showing that you are working on it. Before you know it, you'll be good. You'll be great.
thank you so much. Yes, my stumbling is very low at that moment because when I started, oh my God, I was a disaster, a
See?
complete disaster.
Progress.
Yeah, yeah. So thank you very much, and was a wonderful conversation. And
Thank you so much.
happy Sunday before you.
Yes. You too. You too. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.